Good evening. It is time for team time. It is Tuesday, June 18th, and I try to kind of watch what's going on in a whole bunch of different teams. And Dawn was sharing this great idea for adult Lunchables, and I said, she just shared last month, and I'm like, can you please share how to do this? Because you guys, I tell you what, these are the kinds of things that really can pump some excitement into your business. And when you can get excited about this, I just think it's just a wonderful idea. So, and we all love Dawn. She's a senior director. She's got a fabulous business, and she's always thinking of new ideas, and Dawn is and she's always willing to share, and we're so proud of you. We so appreciated that your time, Dawn. So without further ado, let's hear because I think we're going to have a lot of questions.
Yay. Well, I'm excited to be here with y'all tonight. I will have to say, Karen's right. I'm always thinking of new ideas. I've been in the business 26 years, and if I have learned one thing, is that you never learn it all and just keep doing the same old thing. You're
Mhm.
always exploring and finding something new and exciting that is going to build some enthusiasm with the people that you're sharing with. If it's the same old, then people get tired of it and you're going to have a hard time. So I love coming up with new things. Several years ago, I started doing cooking clubs at my house once a month, and it's a hands on cooking class where they come, they learn a concept, a theme. They get to get their hands on the products and make new recipes and go home with ideas that they can use in their own kitchen. But over the summer, or actually starting in the spring, I found myself with a calendar that did not look like the way I needed it to look. And like many of you, I was struggling. I was not able to find the bookings that I wanted. And I thought, let me use my own advice. And if you don't have a party on your calendar, you are always your best host. So several months ago, I came up with the idea of doing a charcuterie board to go. And I used the square bacon pan. It was the month that those were on sale. And I did a make it, take it. And they had to order the square bacon pan up front. I placed those orders. They all shipped to my house. And then they came to my house and they got to make their charcuterie board in their pan and take it home with them. So I thought, what can I do in May to help with some May sales? And I came up with the small cool and serve because I think that's something that everybody needs. It is the best item to take a lunch on the go, to make something to keep in your fridge so you've got healthy snacks to grab instead of grabbing junk and putting it in your mouth. And it was on special. So I decided that I would offer an adult lunchable class. And guys, I put it out there and I had a full class. It was, they either bought just the small cool and serve and $10 extra to cover food. So this did not cost me anything. So they either could do $50 or $70. $70 was the small cool and serve bundle that was on sale. So they got to choose which one they wanted. And again, within a couple of days, I was full. I had 15 people that had paid their money and committed to come. So the way it works is, again, I place that order up front. I ship everything to my house. And when they come that night, their product is washed and ready to be used. So for the adult Lunchable, I decided that I was going to teach them lots of different snacks and lunch items that they could make and put into their adult Lunchable. So what I did is I set up several stations and I did about a 15-minute demo and I told them about each thing that we were making. So the first was chicken salad. I had already cooked the chicken in the deep covered baker in the microwave. So I had that there. I told them about it and I had everything else measured out. The second one was pimento cheese. I had all the ingredients there, everything measured out. The third was a sweet and spicy sriracha hummus. So again, I had everything there. That was for the blender. I had everything measured out. Then we did no bake granola bars in the snack bar maker. Um, we also did, pinwheels. So we had tortillas with I did a spicy chipotle mayo, and then I did sandwich meats and cheese and lettuce, and they got to make the pinwheels and slice those. We did protein bites. The one we did was chocolate peanut butter. So I had made peanut butter in the blender, and then they used the cocoa powder and the other ingredients and made the chocolate protein bites and rolled those out. We also did cheese truffles, which are a lot of fun. They're like little individual cheese balls, and there's lots and lots of options for that. The one we did that night was goat cheese because I knew my group of people, and a lot of them had never had goat cheese, didn't know what to do with goat cheese. So I did a goat cheese option. And then the last thing we did were candied nuts. So those were all the things that they had to make. And then obviously I had cheese and fruit and veggies and all the different cutters out. So I did about a 15-minute demo. And I will tell you, if y'all don't want to take notes, I will share my whole document that I created that everybody went home with. It has all the recipes on it. So you don't have to take notes on all this. I'll share that in Joe Pack for you. Um, but I gave about a 15-minute demo, and then I said, I need one person, 1 to 2 people in each station prepping all the food. And again, everything was out and measured. All the tools were there, all the ingredients were there. So it literally took about 15 minutes for them to make each thing. And once all the food was prepped, they got their small cool and serve tray, and they just went around to all the stations and filled it with the things that they liked. So some people didn't do cheese or dairy, so they didn't do any of those items. Some people didn't do nuts, so they didn't do any of those items. So they kind of got to choose what they wanted and make their own adult Lunchable. And then they got to take that home with them. And then everybody got to sample all the stuff that was left. And guys, I cannot tell you how much fun it was. It was about an hour and a half total that they were here. They got their hands on the products. They got to learn new recipes they had never made before. They got to see that they were creative because nobody asked me, now, how do I do this? How do I put this together? What items do I choose? I said, this is creative freedom. So you put it together any way you want in your tray. And they were all so proud of their creations. And I cannot tell you, I think 5 people either messaged me or posted on their Facebook the next day how excited they and their family were to have those special treats in their refrigerator that they could pull out and sample. And then since then, people have sent me messages about the things that they have made in their own kitchen. The cheese truffles. How fun is that? And there are so many different options. So it was fun. It was different. People were excited. I had about probably half of the people that came that night had never been to one of my cooking classes. So cooking club traditionally for me is the same group of people. They are people that have formed relationships by coming to my house on a regular basis. But this and the charcuterie that I did, I had people that had never been to one of my cooking classes before. So I felt like it really helped to broaden my circle and get the word out to different people. And they all wanted to know, what are we doing next? And I asked them, I said, do you like coming to the ones that you have to buy something up front? And they said, oh yeah, we love that. That's easy. We don't mind that at all. And again, I charged $10 on top of what they were buying to cover food. So it did not cost me a penny out of my pocket. And it was a fun night for everybody. I got bookings. I got additional sales from both of those cooking classes. But number one is I took care of my customers. I gave them something fun, something exciting, and something that was valuable that was going to make a difference in their life. And I think that's what a make and take cooking class is all about. It is hands-on, it's valuable, and it's fun. And what I teach people at every single party I go to is life is short. And everything that we do, we need to make sure we bring fun into it. And
Mhm.
that's my goal with Pampered Chef, is to bring fun into people's lives, because we don't need to live stressed out all the time. We need to have fun. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. That was a quick little explanation. So let's just open it up. Who has questions that I can answer for you?
What did you call it? Snack and what?
Adult Lunchable.
Okay.
Dawn, how long were they at your home?
Maureen, about an hour and a half. So it was the only thing I'm going to tell you about it, to be prepared. Your house is going to be trashed. You are going to have so many dishes to wash. I mean, it's because you're pulling out, it's kind of like doing an interactive party. You're pulling out so many products. So just be prepared for that. That's the only part of it that is a little bit hard. They always try to jump in and clean up, but I just insist that they don't. I said, you're here to have fun, enjoy yourself, and when you go home, I'll get in the kitchen and clean up. And my husband always jumps in and helps me get cleaned up after they leave.
Hey,
Kinda
Dawn,
reminds
it's TJ.
Hey, TJ.
Hey, how far in advance did you send out invites or get people to commit?
That's a great question. So I required a commitment 2 weeks in advance. So I had plenty of time to get their trays ordered and at my house before the event.
Okay, thank you.
And I did the invite probably 2 weeks before that. So I gave them like a 2 week lead in to get signed up. And for me, 15 is my max that I can have in my house to do any type of workshop like this. So you kind of need to decide up front what your max number is. And it's not however many sign up. I did a cookie class one year and I think we had 30 people here, and it was utter chaos. They're always a little chaotic, but I call it organized chaos. But that was not even organized chaos. It was just literally chaos.
That was actually my next question. How many did you invite?
Yeah. So I have a pretty large VIP group. And usually if I just post it in my VIP group, it fills up pretty quick. So I don't have to do a whole lot of personal reach outs for that. But if you were personally reaching out, I would say about 2 weeks in advance. And again, decide on your max number. And everybody's going to be different with that. If it's your first one, I'd probably do 10 max.
10 sounds doable.
So,
And you,
John, go ahead.
sorry. And you
No.
said it's 50, well, obviously depending on what you do, what products and stuff, but roughly 50 and then 10 or 15 for the food?
So the adult Lunchable, and y'all could still do this because that bundle is still on sale. As long as you can even do the class in July. You would just need to do the orders now. So to
Okay.
get just the small cool and serve, it was 50, because the cool and serve's 40, and then the 10 for the food. And then if they wanted the bundle, I just rounded up to 70. So it was 59 for the bundle and 11 for the food. And I always put them in so that every order that I submitted was at least 150. And I got free gifts that you can give away. And I also got free shipping.
Okay, great. That's perfect. Thank you. We
Does that make
have
sense?
two of the, yeah, those are, because we have two of those and we have one for fruit and one for like our onions and stuff like that. So we just have kind of all the little condiments, but then we have our fruit and walnuts and stuff in the other one. I love those things.
They're great. And I think anytime, and again, the charcuterie one I did when the bacon pans were on sale, because I thought everybody can use that. You have to be careful to not do something that uses a product that a lot of people already have in their kitchen. Like the first one I did an apple pie workshop, and it was right when the new pie plate came out. So I said, nobody has that in their kitchen. And they ordered their pie plate. That one, I did not charge them for food. I just paid for the ingredients myself. But that one, they came to my house. I taught them how to make homemade pie crust. I taught them how to do the filling. Taught them several different techniques for the top crust. And everybody made their own pie and took it home and baked it at home. So they could either take it home and freeze it and save it for Thanksgiving, or they could bake it immediately and feed it to their family. So you want to pick a product or products that not a lot of people have in their kitchen, because you don't want people coming and saying, I want to come, but I'm not buying that product, because that's kind of the rule. That's the way it works. That's your ticket to the workshop.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
How do you determine how many, like with the Lunchables, how did you determine how many recipes to do?
Great question, Bonnie. I just sat down and came up with some things that I liked and I thought would be fun and that would kind of be outside your normal, average, everyday person's cooking skills, because I want them to always learn something. I probably do a little more than I would recommend other people doing. If you have never done this before, you probably do not want to do everything that I did at this workshop, because your head's going to be spinning. I was just talking to one of my new consultants today, and I said, maybe you want to pick 3 things and then just do fruits and vegetables and cheeses. So again, start small, and then you can add as you find what you're comfortable with. Most people that know me, I'm kind of like Karen. Cooking does not scare me at all. And I will go out there and do something I've never done before, and I'll do 18 things where the average person would say, I can only handle 1. So don't feel like it has to be really complicated. Keep it simple. Anybody else have questions?
So, well, for my question is, so it looked like you did 8 things, and I wish I could see you do the no-bake granola bars. Because
Have you ever done them?
I have not.
Well, I have to tell you, I did those. I had my granddaughter one night, and I thought, what can I do with her in the kitchen? And she loves granola bars. And they buy, these store-bought that are full of junk. And I thought, I got that snack bar maker. Let's try these no-bake granola bars. Oh my goodness. She loved them, and they came out perfect. And that night at my party, one of my longtime customers was here, but she had never been to one of my cooking classes. And she said, I can't wait to see those granola bars. I want to do that one. If you could have seen her face when she opened that up and saw that she had made these beautiful granola bars in no time flat with simple ingredients, she was blown away and immediately ordered that snack bar maker, which she had never even looked at before.
And is that a Pampered Chef recipe?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. And and it's easy to do, and they can take them home that night. So
yeah, you just make them and stick them in the freezer, and they kind of set up and they pop right out perfect. And they could put those, put one in their little adult Lunchable.
How long did you put them in the freezer for, Dawn?
Maybe 10 minutes.
Okay. I'd love your recipe for pimento cheese. I've been the northern girl trying pimento cheese. So
it's on this handout that I'm going to upload every recipe that I told you about. The only thing that is not an actual recipe, cheese truffles. I just found a website that had like 25 different cheese truffles, and I posted the picture in the website so that they could go to the website and find different things. Also the protein bites and the pinwheels. I did the same thing. I found a website that had lots of different options, and I gave them that website.
I think our quinoa little bites would be good for that.
That would be good.
Yep. And then I do have a recipe for cheese truffles. I love to make cheese truffles, and it's great for people that are keto.
Mhm. And the sweet and spicy sriracha hummus.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. And it has
We're-
carrots in it.
Oh,
And
Dawn,
yeah.
sorry, I know I have a million questions, but this is really appealing to me. The whole adult Lunchable with an adult drink and all the things sounds really
Uh-huh.
good.
Uh-huh.
But what, because I can do a handful of things. Like I would get very overwhelmed trying to do so many things. What are there like a top 3 or 5 or a certain number that you would recommend? Is there like particular ones on your plan? You
No.
know how I am. I like to have a list.
Yeah. No, I would say pick the 3 or 4 that speak to you and that
Okay.
you think would be outside of the skill set of the people that are coming. You know, if
Okay.
they are cooks and they're making chicken salad and pimento cheese all the time, Karen's people maybe would not, because pimento cheese is not something that, well, maybe in Florida they do. In Michigan, they probably didn't.
right, right.
So think about the people that are coming and try to
Okay.
teach them something that they don't already know.
That
So
makes sense.
protein bites, those were a huge, huge, huge hit, and nobody had ever made those before.
Yeah, because the folks that I know who would most likely come here, they're in like fitness groups here in the neighborhood and stuff like that. So they're going to be looking for yummy summer snacks, stuff they can do with the kids or give the kids too, but also things that are a little bit healthier.
Yeah, and most of these were all really healthy recipes.
Okay.
The candied nuts would probably be the only thing that I would say was not healthy. Everything else was pretty healthy, but I thought it would be fun to get the popcorn maker out and let them see how easy it was to make candied nuts. And that was a pretty big aha for a lot of people too.
I'm going to tell you that if you want to do nuts and maybe you don't want to do candied nuts, I know at Sam's Club you can get nice big bags of raw cashews and do the raw cashews with our rosemary herb. Just a little bit of oil and our rosemary herb. They're delicious. And that way you could you could eliminate a sugar thing if you wanted to. But I think it's nice to have a sweet there like that.
Yeah. Is there a way to make that without the popcorn maker, like maybe in the air fryer?
Yeah.
I do toasted nuts in the microwave, like on the small bar pan.
Mhm.
I've never done candied, but I have definitely done toasted, like toasted pecans.
Hmm. Ooh, I love that you said pecans. That's how we say it.
It's
Yes,
pecans.
it is pecans. We like to pea in cans around here.
So uncivilized. No.
And
Ooh, somebody said pretzels are wonderful
Yeah.
candied. That
Oh,
sounds
that's a good
good.
idea too. Yeah. Who is
And
863677? Tell us who you are. Oh, okay. So I have.
Marianne,
Hey, Marianne. Um, glad you could join us tonight. All right. So my question is, you had 15 people. It looks like you had like about 8 things to make. Was it like 2 people per workstation, Dawn?
some of them had two. Then I had somebody that was just cutting up fruit, somebody that was cutting up vegetables, somebody that was doing cheese. Um, a big, huge aha for them was the quick slice with a block of cheese. They were
Oh,
like, "That's not going to work," and they were just like blown away.
I've never used the quick slice for cheese.
You
Me
haven't?
either.
Mm,
You put your
What?
cheese up there and it makes cracker, like just like what you would buy at the grocery store, cracker slices.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's awesome.
See you
You
guys,
just
isn't it
saved my
great?
life.
This is great. I mean, it's these again, these little things, you know.
I never
was the
thought of
cheese
that.
frozen? Was the cheese
No, you
frozen?
don't want, I wouldn't think you'd want to be
No, the cheese was right out of the refrigerator.
no.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you can't use too hard of a food in your quick slice.
Yeah.
I've broken one, I know. Um,
You know, Karen, something I had thought about, maybe we can do this one night. We thought it would be fun to come up with some other ideas for making tickets. Because people love this. It's something different. They get tired of the same old, same old. And
mhm.
this is something different. They are going home with something. One thing that we talked about, I'm going to do this, but I'm actually doing it as a free cooking class, is ice cream nachos. If y'all haven't done that, that is so much fun. And that one they're gonna get to take home. I always like to give them a kiss goodnight. I don't know if y'all have ever heard that phrase before. It came from Disney, I think. But it's you send them home with something. And this night I sent them home with their little booklet of recipes. Sometimes I'll send them home with something I made, lemon curd or peanut butter or jam. But for the ice cream nachos, I made homemade hot fudge and homemade caramel in the blender and get small little jars. So everybody goes home with a jar of chocolate and a jar of caramel. But you make cinnamon tortilla chips. I would buy vanilla ice cream. I'm not a huge fan of the ice cream maker, especially for a crowd. But then you can cut up your fruits. You can make your candied nuts. You can use the whipped cream maker to make homemade whipped cream, and everybody gets to have ice cream nachos.
Now, you didn't do that as like a make and take then? You
I
just,
did not. I'm doing that
okay.
as just a free cooking
Okay.
class.
Okay.
Now, I will tell you, some people are doing cooking classes that they're charging $50 a person. They're
Mhm.
getting no product. They're coming, they're cooking, they get to eat while they're there, and it's $50. Now, I would not do that, but
Mhm.
you know, everybody's
I
different.
would do that with the
Right.
And you
pressure.
may be in an area that it works, you know?
Mhm.
And you know what, Dawn? People are looking for experiences now, and I know it's because of post-COVID, but I just spent $45 to go to a health, I forgot what it's called, but the lady walked us through Publix for an hour and talked to us about healthy grocery shopping. And, we didn't get anything except
Mhm.
an experience, and it was $45 and it was completely worth it.
Well, just think how much you can share all that stuff now. You can share that
Yep.
as part of your,
Yep. So there are so many options, guys. Just keep it simple, have fun with it. And TJ, I'm so glad you used that word, because I think that is truly what it's about. We have to learn to make good, positive, fun experiences for our customers. That's
Mhm.
what keeps them coming back. That's what sets us apart from somebody else, is in what we have to offer to them.
And I think the beauty of this, Dawn, is of course you're selling the small cool and serve, but like for me, I'm excited to show them more about the pop and stir. I'm excited to show them again. I see that's why bookings came in and more sales came in, because they were at workstations using different products.
Yep, that's exactly right. And a lot of times that's what will happen. You have a party before the cooking class that goes in with
Mhm.
their order for the class, and then you have a whole nother party to submit after the cooking class.
And so I
Have you
really
ever thought? Oh, have
go
you
ahead,
ever
Dawn.
thought of doing one of those with pet treats?
I have not, because that's just not something that I would personally get excited about. And what I have found is that whatever I offer, I have to be excited about it, because
Mhm.
it's my excitement that gets other people excited. So if that's something you're excited about, heck yeah, do it, because your excitement will rub off on other people.
And Bonnie, you always do such great demo videos that you post. That would be a great one for you, because I love homemade pet treats. I'm a big fur sucker. So I would definitely be excited about showing people how to make homemade pet treats.
Mhm.
There's a lot of them out there where you can get the dog treat, make a dog treat, and it's all natural stuff or all healthy stuff. So you can have a treat and your dog can have the same treat.
Oh,
And
I
so
like
that's
that.
going to hit both of your target areas.
Who's that talking?
That's my sister Connie.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's one class, by the way, guys.
She is thoroughly enjoying this.
Good, good. But John, I was gonna say that, I mean, like you've been to my house. I have a pretty small house. But if you really just think about, like, if I could put, two people on one side of my peninsula, two people on the other side, what, two people at one end of my dining room table, two people at the end. I mean, now we're talking what, 8 people.
Yep.
And maybe 2 people in the, 4 people in the living room. I mean, it's going to be tight, but if you just think about the groups like that, that kind of helps you figure out, what you can do.
Yep, that's right. And you try it and you figure out, it's like I did a freezer meal workshop one time. Oh my gosh. It was it was horrible. It was horrible because people they brought their own food.
Mhm.
They brought coolers with their food in it. Everybody wanted to do it because I had never done it. So I accepted like 25 people. Oh my gosh. It was horrible. So sometimes you just do something and you figure out what works. So you say, okay, I'm going to do this, and if it is a failure, then next time you just figure out what went wrong and you fix that.
Mm-hmm.
We're reading The Best Year Yet, and that's what they talk about. I think for so many years I have focused on looking forward, not ever looking backward in anything you do. And this second chapter talks about the importance of looking backward and evaluating what happened in the past so that you can move forward. Because if we never deal with what happened in the past and figure that out, so it's okay to do something and make a mistake or it not go as smoothly as you wanted. You use that to make it better next time. You just do it. And Sue, I just want to give a big shout out to Sue because we talked about this on a call, and she said, I think my ladies at church would like that. She said, I'm just going to go ahead and order 20 of those trays because I know I'm going to have 20 people that are going to be excited about that. So she ordered them, paid for them. She had all 20 bought. And she said, I'm not going to worry about the details. I'm just going to jump in with both feet and we'll figure it out.
But
That
we're
takes
going to keep
courage.
it simple. We're not doing 8. We're doing chicken salad, and it is rescheduled for next Thursday night. And we're doing fruit and crackers and cheese to put in our tray.
I love it.
And some kind of dessert. I don't know what dessert we're having yet. Some of the ladies has thrown out ideas like little mini, take your mini mini brownie pan and do little cakes.
Mhm.
So I'm like, we'll see if they want to do make a cake or how they want to do it. I don't know.
I'm a big
I
fan
got
of the triple layer brownies.
that loves to cook, so it's like, okay.
I'm a big fan of the triple layer brownies. You make them in the brownie pan and cut them into quarters, and they're so darn cute. That would be a good thing. And then talking about the brownie pan too.
But the ladies did not hesitate, to say, oh yes, I want in. So we have a new fellowship hall that hosts 300 people. So we got 20, going to be in the class. So y'all pray for me next Thursday.
You're gonna do great.
Isn't that a great thing? That is so wonderful. Again, you don't have to do it at your home. If you've got a facility that you can use.
Yeah. So that's what, and they are asking, okay, after this, what we're going to do. So we thought about, since it's summertime, we're going to have a pizza night for kids, and let the kids, tell the moms to bring their kids and let them make the little pizza in the muffin pans is what I'm going to sell. And have like the canned biscuits where you split them in half and use the canned biscuits for the dough and let them put the sauce and the pepperoni and cheese in there and bake their pizzas.
See, y'all, just one idea, it just starts the wheels turning.
Yeah.
And I want to, and I'd like to mention that Marianne, posted about like a pressure cooker class. You know what? You don't need to have every electric. You can do a workshop on the electric that you have.
Yep.
And that is just to give them more information and to, if you've got people who have never taken it out of the box kind of thing.
Yep.
Just
another fun thing I did.
The freezer meal would be easy. I know Dawn said that was a disaster. I mean, if you get one, if you get one freezer meal and do like chicken and just make a like a soup or a stew, they could put it in a gallon bag and put it in their freezer.
Yeah.
Yep.
With carrots and potatoes and celery. I mean, you don't have to. It would be simple.
Yep. And another thing I did, and I did this one on a 30-minute live virtual party. I did a pampered potato. And again, I taught them in 30 minutes, I taught them how to make stuffed potatoes. I did the baked potatoes in the multi-cooker. And I had done those ahead of time. And then I just showed them how to stuff them. And then I did potato salad. So I showed them how you can cut up your potatoes and boil your eggs at the same time in the multi-cooker. We did French fries in the air fryer. We did, what else did we do? Mashed potatoes in the deep covered baker in the microwave. We did like 8 different potatoes, and it was just a live 30-minute demo. So guys, the possibilities are endless of things that you can teach people.
It's just great to get together. And I think more again is, we're really getting out of that COVID thing where people are really craving getting together.
Mm-hmm.
And if we just need to provide the opportunity. And you know what, John, I'm going to have to look for the video you did to share about your cooking club and replay that, because that's really a fun thing. I mean, again, it's something you can do every month and make, create that camaraderie,
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Yep. That is exactly right. Yay. Well, guys, I'm going to post that document that I told you about. I've got a virtual party at 8.
Okay.
So it'll be later tonight when I post that.
Okay. All right.
But don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. But the thing I'll say is just do it. Just do it.
Just do it.
Say, you know what? I'm going to go with this idea. I'm going to put it out there tomorrow. I'm going to see who's interested, and I'm going to do it. If you have 4 people, those 4 people will come, and then they're going to tell their friends. And the next time you have it, you're going to have 8 people. So just do it.
Create memories. Create memories. Yes.
Yeah.
John, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was fun.
All right. Yeah, we'll get in touch with you if you have any more questions. You go do your party.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All
Bye,
right.
guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Any other comments or questions before we go?
Hey, Karen, I do one little thing.
Okay.
I mean, I know you and I've talked about this, but I don't think I've shared it. I've started doing cooking classes at senior activity centers. And I started out with 1, and now I have 4, and I go in once a month, and I bring the food, I donate the food, but I didn't think that white-haired people cook, but they do. And my sales are $6, $7, $8, $1,000 per class, and it's providing a real nice commissions.
Wow.
So you
So,
go to the senior center?
Senior activity centers, yes. Yep, I started out with 1, did it for a year, and then she started sharing my name with other activity centers in the area, and now I'm up to 4.
So you
And
do
I
it
have
about once a month?
Yep. And once a month I go in an hour early just because it takes me quite a while time to set up and prep. So they have to be willing to let me come in, that they've got the space and the time to let me do that, but they do. And it's like what Dawn said, a little bit similar, is that I give them free shipping because I have everything sent to me. So I get the bonuses for the month of what the sales are. But then I take them back to the class the next month. Or if you hadn't set up a second class, then you can just deliver them to the center. But it's just, a different way.
That's neat.
And
Maureen,
it's fun.
What type of recipes are you doing?
Here's what I did, and I've been taking sourdough bread every time because sourdough bread is so hot right now, and I know that people love to make it, but you have to wait, I don't know, 7, 10 days or whatever. So this way, they have it within 3 hours. It does take that long. So I make it in the mini deep covered baker, the bread. Then I make a salad, depending on the time of the year it is. But right now I'm doing a salad. So I take one chicken breast and cook it in the deep covered baker, the mini deep covered baker. Since these are seniors, it's 1 or 2 people they're cooking for. So I'm showing it can be used to do the sourdough bread, but oh, look at what it does to the chicken. And every month I find a different recipe that I use that chicken. So I keep showing them the mini deep covered baker. I think I've sold 10 or 20. So anyway, it works. And then you're showing the salad chopper, and I'm showing the cut, what is it? Say that, the cut and slice. Is that what it is?
Quick slice.
No, that you, and then you slice the chicken breast, quick. not quick.
Oh, the cut and slice.
Cut and close.
Close and cut.
And cut.
Close and
cut.
cut. Close and
Sounds
cut.
like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm showing a ton of products, and like Dawn said, I'm showing them things they've never seen before. So it's good and it's fun, and they come back and they bring their friends the next time. So it's really a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it.
Do you
So-
do all of the demo or have
Yep.
them help?
Most of them don't get up real good because they're, like some of them even come in walkers and that, but they're still cooking. So no, they usually, I pass the tools around, I do that so that they can get them in their hands. But yep, I went to Sam's Club and they have a, like what they use to bus tables, like those hard plastic tubs, they're big. So I got 2 of them. So one has my clean stuff, one has my dirty stuff under the table. And then I just take it home and wash it. So, yep, that's all. But the sales are very good. And I'm having fun, and they are too. And they keep passing my name around more and more. And who knows what'll come up.
You just never know. Great memories again. That's awesome. Thanks, Maureen. Any other comments or
Okay.
questions? Well, we have a few more minutes to get to our home kitchen live. Again, I'll be posting a link for you to comment below. Oh, let me just take a screenshot here. And we'll do a participation award from tonight. And for that, and I will share in tomorrow's Karen chat. But I'm so glad you could all join us tonight.
Thanks for
Thank you,
reminding me.
Karen.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Karen.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.